Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you've had a great day. We're home and we're making a broccoli with cheese sauce. I actually have the link in this post as soon as I finish the live video. I'm using my cauliflower mac and cheese recipe, but instead of adding broccoli and cauliflower, because Ricky's not a huge cauliflower fan, I'm just using broccoli instead. So the first thing you need for a broccoli and cheese sauce is broccoli. So I personally bought 2 of the broccoli steam bags, the fresh bags that you can just steam. Now you can do it however you want to. If you want to steam them in a pot, you can. But I just poked holes in this fresh bag, put them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then I'm just going to put them in a casserole dish. So I'm using a 9x13 casserole dish. Sorry, the dogs are too excited. Look at all that steam. Hey, little bit. Anime. Hang on a minute, guys. I can find out what they're barking at. Hey. Y'all stop barking. Your daddy's busy. Your daddy's working. No, ma'am. Stop it. Your daddy's busy. He can't hit you. All right, so with a broccoli cheese sauce, you have to have broccoli. Now, again, I'm using my recipe that's in the recipe blog called cauliflower mac and cheese. Instead of making the cauliflower mac and cheese, I'm essentially using the exact same recipe, but only doing it with broccoli. So I have chunks of broccoli that are steamed. Now, I only steam them for about 2 minutes because we're going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes or so. So the next thing we do is make our cheese sauce. So we are going to use a little over a cup of heavy cream. And I put that it's a little over a cup, maybe a cup and a fourth of heavy cream into the skillet. Now, before I started, I did crumble up some bacon. I like to top this broccoli and cheese off with some bacon crumbles. So I just poured out the excess grease from the skillet and used the same skillet to make our sauce. So we're gonna let this simmer just a couple of minutes. And what I'm gonna do is put in 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. Now it hasn't been sitting out very long because I haven't been home very long. So what I'm gonna do, like I always do, is I'm gonna cut this into chunks. It just helps it melt faster anyway. And we're gonna let this cream cheese melt into the heavy cream. One thing about heavy cream, guys, you always can add more. So don't go crazy over an overabundance of heavy cream, because you can always add more to your skillet. Ricky's outside working, and the dogs want to be out there with him. Hey, y'all please be good. Little bit. Frankie, so y'all stop that. Ricky's moving the camper around, so they want to go out there with him, and he can't watch them while he's working. So, anyhow, I'm sorry. The more heavy cream you have, the longer it has to cook. So, I started with a cup. We can always add more. So, a little over a cup of heavy cream and 4 ounces of cream cheese. And I got this on simmering heat. I'm sorry. I hope y'all can hear me. Hello, Barbara from Lexington. I see Connie on there. Hey, Connie. I see Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Continued prayers for my mom and my family. I sure appreciate it. Angie. Sorry, guys. Ricky's just going to have to deal with them a minute. So sorry. Okay. So I'm using 4 ounces of cream cheese. Let's move on. I was just saying hello to everybody. Hey, Ruth, where are you guys watching from? I'm sorry for all the interruptions. I put them outside, so hopefully they'll be good. Hey, Debbie, I see you on here. How are you guys today? So I'd love to know what you're eating for dinner that's low carb or keto friendly if you are. And let me tell you, I have not done very well the last 3 weeks the last 3 weeks has been really hard for me and making the best choices. I will just be flat honest. I mean, I told Haley that when we go back to work, we have to get serious. And this morning I was telling her that I was going to heat up a little of my casserole from last night for lunch. And she said, well, I thought you were going to do good. And I said, honey, I would have done eating 4 meals by now if I was at home. So listen, I'm ready to get back on track. I have not done very good over the last 3 weeks. However, the thing that I love about eating this way is just making the commitment to eat this way, because you really feel good. I'll tell you, I felt like crap. At my dad's funeral, I could barely find anything that I could wear because my pants had gotten so tight. So any of us, including myself, can get off track, and it's okay. The thing is, life is not over because of it. Like literally, life is not over for me. I can keep going just like you can. We just make better choices every single meal. So don't think that you have to start over and be perfect. But what we're going to do is make the best choices at every single meal. So tonight we're making a broccoli cheese sauce. And yes, some people are going to say, oh my Lord, look at all the calories in this. I really don't pay attention to calories. I pay attention to carbs. And broccoli is a really good carb source. And if you're following this page, I know that you're either eating keto or you're eating low carb or you're making the commitment to start. And look, I love all of my recipes. So if you're new here, I would love to know it because I have tons of recipes that you may or may not have tried yet. And guys, I just love to cook and I only like to cook easy stuff. So in this recipe specifically, we're making the cheese sauce and this stovetop gets so hot. This back eye gets hot. So I've got a cup of heavy cream and I can tell it's already getting too thick. I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese. Let's go ahead and season it. We are going to use a whole tablespoon of paprika. Whole tablespoon of paprika. Yep. It's going to give it a really good seasoning. And we're going to do a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Oh, I'm almost out of pepper. Ooh, I sure am. Look at that. I mean, I'm out. Teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. Hopefully I got some pepper in the back of my cabinet up there. I've got tons of salt in the house. All right, I like to use pink Himalayan salt or a real sea salt. This one is called Redmond's Real Salt. It's a pink Himalayan salt mined in Utah. And look how pretty this is. So we're making this white sauce into a beautiful seasoned sauce. And you can tell it's already thick. Look, a while ago it was just watery heavy cream and now it's a thick sauce. We have not even put the cheese in it yet. So I'm going to add just a little bit more heavy cream. And this is the thing I was telling you earlier. You always can add to, you can't take away. So it's always best to start with just a small amount and then add to. I used a little over a cup and I couldn't measure it. But look, I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm just going to pour. And I'm going to add just a little bit and turn that heat back up. And we're going to add our last ingredient, which is cheddar cheese. Now this is a broccoli cheese sauce. So what we're going to do is get this cheese, this sauce a little thick. I don't like it thick. I want to be able to pour it over my broccoli. And then we're going to top it off with some bacon and put it in the oven for about 20 or 25 minutes. I've got my oven on 350, and this is one delicious meal. So guys, if you're looking for easy, very few ingredient recipes and you're in the right place, like I love to share my recipes. I love to make them up. I love to make them better. And I've got a recipe blog and you will get to it by using the link in this post. So as soon as I finish the live video, it takes you to my recipe link directly to a cauliflower mac and cheese that I'm kind of changing out. Instead of cauliflower mac and cheese, I'm just using broccoli because Ricky has decided that he's not a cauliflower fan. I like cauliflower. Ricky's not a big fan. All right, this is really getting thick, so we're going to go ahead and add our cheddar cheese. Now with the cheese, you can use as much or as little as you want to. I personally really like to shred my own blocks of cheese, and I would say 2 to 4 ounces of a block of cheese is really all you need, but it just depends on how cheesy you want your sauce. This is your sauce. I'm just putting a couple of handfuls in there. That's probably about a cup. And we're just going to stir that cheese in and let the cheddar melt right into this sauce. And it is almost ready. We're going to pour it right over the broccoli and top it off with our bacon and let it cook in the oven for about 25 minutes. Now, why do you put it in the oven? You really don't have to. You honestly could just put your broccoli right in this cheese sauce or pour it right over and eat it. But I don't know. I just like to get all those seasonings together. I like to get it all good together. So look how pretty that is. I mean, that's a good looking cheese sauce right there. Okay, let me just taste it to see if I need to add anything. Unfortunately, I don't have any pepper, but let me just taste it and see what I think. I see a broccoli leaf in here. Yep, see our broccoli stem. Pull that out. All right, me and Ricky are just eating this. I don't know, I might have some, I don't know, my mom might have some leftovers. It's good, but it does need more salt. Another thing about broccoli and cheese sauce is you really always want to season your vegetables. So I didn't season the vegetables yet, so I definitely will add a little bit of salt, and I hopefully I have some pepper to put on top of my vegetables. You always want to salt and pepper your vegetables, guys. All right, hopefully I got some. Yes, I do. Let me squirt some of this on and wash my fingers real quick. Ooh, salt and pepper. And now I'm gonna taste that one more time. That's really cheesy. I might need to add some more heavy cream. All right, I think I'm gonna have to add some more heavy cream. So I don't want it. That is so good, y'all. All right, let me wash my fingers. I'm gonna add a little bit more heavy cream because I don't want it stringy. I want it soupy. Ooh, man, that's gonna be good. Let me wash my hands. so when you add that heavy cream, it just thins it out. Just moves it from stringy to creamy. And it depends on how much cheese you put in here. I put about a cup of cheddar cheese. All right, now we're going to take this sauce and we're going to pour it over our broccoli. Let me see, make sure y'all can see that all right. If y'all can see that all right, give me some hearts. If not, I'm sorry. All right, we're just going to pour it over. Ooh, man, that looks good. Now, this cheese sauce can be used for any vegetable. It also can be used for protein. That's a lot. Whew, that's a lot. It didn't look like it was out. Okay, I still got some stringy cheese sauce. I still got some stringy cheese sauce, but that's all right. Now, the broccoli, I have... I might have to add some more. I might add a little bit more heavy cream. The broccoli has already been steamed. I steamed it for about 2 minutes, so it's not completely done. But I don't want to stir it to death, because if I do, my broccoli is going to break up into 1,000 little bitty tiny pieces. So I'm just going to spread out my cheese sauce. Sorry, maybe y'all's gonna be that stringy. I might have used too much cheese. All right, we're just gonna spread this out, top it off with bacon, and guys, we've got a delicious broccoli and cheese for dinner tonight. Let me show you what I'm doing with my protein tonight. Let me just spread this out some. Now, of course, in the oven, it's gonna spread out as it gets hot. Ooh, this smells good. So again, those seasonings was paprika, salt and pepper. Now, if you want to add some garlic powder, you definitely could. I didn't. I just made it as minimal as possible. Well, dang. I thought I had too much cheese, but I can't get it spread in there really good and even. Like I said, as it heats, it's going to spread on its own, because it's going to get a little creamier as it heats up in the oven. Ooh, that looks good, y'all. I don't know about you, but I think it looks good. All right. Let me top it off with some bacon, get this in the oven so we can cook it. And then I'm going to show you my protein for tonight. I'd love to know what you guys are doing for dinner. All right. I'm going to look at that again in a minute. All right, we're going to top it off with a little bit of bacon. Now, you can leave the bacon crumbles off if you want to. Some people would actually top this with more cheese. I'm not going to do that. I think the cheese sauce is just the perfect amount that I want. But Ricky does love bacon. So instead of topping it off with more cheese, we're topping it off with a good helping of bacon. We love bacon in my house. Now, this is adding a lot more calories. So if you are watching calories, you can always leave the bacon off. But hey, bacon, cheese, and broccoli together, I mean, it's a pretty awesome combination. All right, I think that looks delicious. I think that looks delicious. If you love it, give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. And I'm going to stick this in the oven really fast. Give me just 1 second. Oh, that's hot. Get this out of the way. All right, let me show you my protein. Ooh. All right, now if you know me and Ricky, you know that we love pork chops. We love pork chops. Ricky also absolutely loves a good pork steak. So I have some pork steaks, and I just season them with a little salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. No amounts, no measurements. I just measured it with my heart. And I've just been letting this sit. It's been sitting for about 35 minutes. And what I'm going to do is just throw those in my air fryer. So I'm going to have my air fryer on 350, and these are semi-thick, so I'll probably cook them for about 15 to 20 minutes in my air fryer, and we're going to have a delicious pork steak dinner with broccoli and cheese sauce. So guys, I hope that sounds good to you. Hey, Wendy, how are you? I cannot believe you're here, although I do understand. Absolutely, Wendy, I had to come back. You know, we need a little normalcy in our life. And man, it's been a tough week. I can tell you that. Those who don't know, and I'm sure most of you do, my father passed away on Wednesday. And it was a hard thing, but you know, we can do hard things. I talk about that a lot. We really can do hard things. And I mean, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done was, being there with my dad through hospice and my mom, but there's no way they would be doing this by themselves. I told them that from day one, and we are going to be okay because we have each other and we have faith. And I definitely could not wait to get back. One thing, Wendy, that my dad loved is this page. He watched it all the time. He always gave me hearts. He always commented. He would tell me how proud he was of me for inspiring so many people. He loved this page because one thing that he loved about this page is the dedication from all of our friends and all of our friends and family on Facebook. Like I told him, I can't remember what day it was. All the days run together, but the last day that he was really communicating with us, I told him, I said, Dad, I said, he was getting cards after cards after cards from all of you guys. And so many posts and prayers. I said, Dad, you're getting hundreds of prayer requests. Actually, I think it's thousands. And he said, that's a lot. And he had very much verbally talked about how those prayer requests and those encouraging letters and cards and posts helped him continue. And he talked about that often. So I couldn't wait to get back here, not only to thank you for all of that, but just to continue supporting you guys. Like, I love this page because this page is for you, but it also holds me accountable and helps me, you know, use my gifts of encouragement and inspiration. And that's exactly what I continue to do and want to continue to do. So guys, I hope you have a great night. We've got that broccoli cheese inside the oven. It's going to be ready in about 20 minutes or so. We could have ate it straight out of the pan, but I like to get those juices all gooey together. And we're going to have our pork steaks in the air fryer. So by the time they come out, my broccoli will be ready. Guys, y'all have a great night. And if I can help you with anything, just send me a message and I'll see you all later. Bye.